Greetings everybody, we are at 7 Old York Road. We are going to be doing a repair attempt on this very dented and damaged siding. This is confirmed aluminum, so I want to talk through the steps first on how do you repair or attempt to repair metal siding. The current estimate scope of work is to remove the damaged slats. So when we say slat, we mean the entire piece. So that's what this is, from top to bottom. You have one slat and it runs all the way down the length, and there's another dent right there, to here. So you have, this is all one slat, okay? You have to take this out, put a new piece in. It sounds simple enough. What you do is you take a tool right here, affectionately known as an unzipping tool and a rezipping tool. You stick that up under there and under there, so that unzips it. You disconnect the teeth on the bottom, and it comes out, and it usually comes up pretty easily. You run that along the course of it. That unlocks it from the bottom course here, or the bottom slat, and then you have to also do it on the top here. The reason that is because this slat is nailed in up top here. You have siding nails going into the siding there, and then like there, and then there, and all along through. So in order to get this out, you have to unzip at the bottom and the top, and you have to pull this back in order to pull those nails out. Now sometimes you can use a hammer, sometimes you can use a flat bar. That's what I have those two tools for. Then the new piece is put in, and it's zipped back in. Now when you're dealing with vinyl siding, this isn't vinyl, but I do want to talk through that real quick. When you're dealing with vinyl is plastic. It's inherently pliable, moldable, and flexible. You can lift it up. It's very, very manipulatable. So what does that mean? It means you can work with it. You can effectively manhandle it without too much negative effect. When you're dealing with metal, however, metal, think of a soda can, an aluminum soda can or Coke can. When you squeeze even just more than a little bit on that empty Coke can, what happens? It squishes, right? It compresses and it deforms. Are you ever going to get that Coke can back into shape? No, you're not. So you have to be super, super, super careful of the surrounding slats or courses when you're doing this action. Unfortunately, even the most careful procedure is likely to cause damage and affect the slats around this. And similar to a roofing or a shingle repair attempt, this is representative of the entire siding. So we've chosen a section that is separated from anything else. We're not near a window or a side or a bottom. We're not near any components like a dryer vent or anything else like that. We've picked a section that's right smack dab in the middle of the field. We're near the ground so we can stand and be comfortable. So if we're able to get this course out and not negatively affect this slat, or that slat, then all well and good. But if this slat, or this slat become damaged, then they have to be replaced, and it extrapolates to the entire siding, and this siding is not repairable. Now, what does damage mean in this case? Well, in this case, damage means if it's bent, if it cracks, again, and we have some instances of that in some of the older repairs that the homeowner tried several years ago, such as this here. You have, where the wind or something hit it, you have a jagged edge there. That's kind of sharp. But you have that right there. That can occur very easily from trying to bend it back and trying to get that piece in there. So that kind of mangling can occur simply from trying to do the repair. So it can be anything from that to just a simple bend. The biggest problem really is what you see down here. And And this is when I say the teeth, this is what I mean. So on aluminum siding, the bottom tooth is generally flat. The vinyl teeth, when you deal with vinyl siding, the tooth is hooked. But on aluminum siding, it's flat. So that bites in like this, right? The problem is, and that snapped in really nicely, the problem is that it can get deformed. When that gets deformed, that's now a weak spot. And you see how that kind of came off. They didn't want that to happen. We'll see if we can fix that. But it can get deformed really, really easily. So, and that's not just this piece, it's the section here. Now I do want to pop that out for a minute, so I'll show you kind of, you want to take this, cameraman, please? Yes. And just kind of show me popping that out there. This is not the section we're doing repair on. There. Okay. Thank you. You see it pops up pretty easily, right? But you see that's the connection, right? And it kind of snaps in there. That's the bottom of it. The top of it you'll see when we try to take the rest of it off, but it hooks in up there. So let's see if we can snap that back in again. There we go. So it kind of snaps in easily. So that one's not too bad. But again, there's more going on. Excuse me. There's more going on with this section here. You have your bottom bar right there. So that makes it a little more challenging and not representative of the entire siding. So that's not why we're using this section. We're going to use something that is more representative of the entire home. So I'll give this to my cameraman now and make sure you have me and particularly my hands here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to either get from the bottom here, the top here. Either one we've got to go. So got to get in there somehow. Maybe I'll use my flat bar to get in there first. Yep, that worked. Just loosening it up. See, being real gentle. We've gotten the seam. We've got to get up under there. Doesn't want to go. It's all right. Sometimes these just don't want to go. This is what we'd have to do on all of the dents. So just keep that in mind. Let's try the top one. Maybe we can get that one first. Looks a little easier. In there, we can work it around. Nope. Negative. Well, this is not what I planned. Getting some scraping there. Let's put that under there. Give a little bit of a rubber cushion so we don't mar or scrape. That siding should be popping. There we go. That's a good sound. Well, all right, let's try this one. So we'll try to pop this one first because it's locking this one in. Now this is not the damaged slat, is it? No, there's no damage on this one. This is not the damaged slat. We have to lift this one in order to get access to that one. Let's see if we can lift this one first. In there. Progress a little bit. I think I got it. Nope, not yet. Huh. Get that back under there. Remember, this one is going to have to come off eventually, at least lifted, so I can get this one. But this is locking over top of this, making it real hard. Oh, I think I got it. When it does, it'll pop. You'll hear me say, "Thank goodness." Did I get it? Hey, all right, I got something under there. Oh, right. Thank goodness. There we go. Okay. So we got that. So far, no problem. Well, relatively speaking, that was a big issue getting it off, but we finally got it. Now, see, this just unzips all the way down. I'm not going to go all the way, but I do want to show you, I'll have to take the camera for a minute. I do want to show you this lip I was talking about. So that there, right there, that's the lip we were talking about. That right there. So that flat part has to be able to go back onto that lip there. If this lip is deformed, gets bent in any way, then this bottom part is damaged. So you can take that back now. So now that we got this, we're going to have to get this up. So we'll start down here, because that's the easiest way to come over this way. Get it?
Huh?
I think I may have.
You gotta thank goodness.
Almost. I don't want to bend it by pulling it like that, but if you have to, you have to, but I don't want to. Well, it's coming. Oh, did I get it? I think I may have. Oh, I got it just enough. Just enough. The whole thing came out. Both sides came out that time. Okay, that's not what I wanted. But enough. Almost. Come on. Come on. There we go, thank goodness. Okay, now let's stop here for a minute. Because look what we have right here. You see that on the camera? That right there is damage. So we have a damaged slat that we're gonna have to try to bend that back. We can get that. Okay, so where are our nails? See under there? There's a nail there. And where's the next nail? So we got to lift that nail. We've got to be able to remove that nail. And we've got to be able to pull that nail. And is there another one in there? Nope. Okay, so we've got to be able to pull that nail out. Got to be able to pull that nail out. How do we get that? You get it? Yep. There we go. That should be enough to lift this to get those nails out. Okay, my part. Alrighty. Try not to lift that any more than is necessary. That's really in there. I'll go up this way. Let's try to come up this way here. There we go. It popped out. So, that one and that one. Now, keep in mind, have to do this all the way down this way, down to here. So that means we have to lift this all the way down. So, this one here, this one here. Okay. Now, all right, zoom in again. We got another bend, another spot of damage there.
Yep.
Okay. That two so far. So, is this whole thing lifted out there? All right, another thing to come take a look at here. We got deforming right here, right on that bottom thing. See how it's pull it out like that? I don't think that's gonna stick back in there. It's supposed to be flush like this one, and it's not. So the act of removing, we have damage on this bottom as well. That's a problem. All right, well, let's see if we can take this whole piece out. We got it toothed out anyway. What we are doing, by the way, is a simulated repair. So we are taking the whole, there we go, that one came out easier. The whole piece off, and we're going to put the same one back in. Typically, on a repair like this, we'd be putting a new piece in, but I don't think they make this anymore. So, take a collection there. So we're going to put the new one in, the old one back in. Again, that's very similar to a simulated roofing repair. Since this is these nails are coming up pretty easily. I'll get those nails at the end. Again, if this was a regular formal repair, we would be taking a new piece and putting it in. What I'm seeing under here is, oh, that nail broke, is a fan fold insulation. That needs to be accounted for. There we go. All right, the whole piece should come out now. Alrighty, so let's take a look at this fan fold. Is there any damage to that fan fold? It's possible. So, first, yes. We have tearing. The fan fold serves as your air wrap barrier. So if there's a tear in this, now the alligator skin is just because it's older, but if there's a tear in this like this, that means it's not contiguous. That needs to be addressed and repaired. That's damage. That is, again, a sign of problems. That is different than something like this or like that where a nail was. Or like there where a nail was, excuse me. That's where a nail was. Versus like that where a hole was made trying to pull it out. Or like here, or here. Oh, sorry, over here. Or like here, or here, where it's actually damaged. So this is damaged from the repair attempt. Now,
What about this?
yeah, that's two. So now let's take a look. When we were having to pull this up, look, we have it bending right here. As you can, I don't know if you can see on my finger or not, but I'll take my finger away. You can see that it's bent up that way, and this is supposed to be flat. That bottom tooth is supposed to be flat. It's not. It's curved out from us having to open it up to detach it. Now will it click in? Kind of, but see that it's supposed to be flush. It's not. It's not flush no more because it's been damaged. This is what happens. This is a very, very common occurrence when you're trying to repair metal siding. Metal siding is not pliable. If it was a vinyl siding, then yes, that would not occur because it would just it'd snap back into place because it's vinyl, it's plastic. This is metal. Once it deforms, it stays deformed. That kind of tells us that I don't think we're going to have good luck at getting this to go back in. Maybe we will, hopefully we will. But so we're going to put the same piece of siding back in. Let's flip it over first and kind of see any markings on the back. Yeah, it's an Alcoa siding. So right there it says ALCOA, Alcoa. Alcoa stands for Aluminum Company of America. It's not very original, but Alcoa. This is very, very definitively a discontinued siding. Alcoa doesn't make nearly anything anymore, but especially this this style. So let's see what we can do here, eh? So it went over top that one and came up under here. So let's tuck it up under there. Slide it over. And it should be able to just slide and snap, right? That's the theory. So, yeah, that's up under there. So can it slide and snap? Okay, so come over here. We're having problems over here. Trying to get it to go. Now, whether that's on the one side or the other, doesn't matter. Why is that not snapping in? Because that piece is deformed now from us trying to take it out. Now, trying to get some nails in there. Yeah, we can try to get some nails in there. But it ain't snapping in. Right? I think we kind of got something in there. We manhandled it hard enough. But maybe we make it work. And there's a difference, remember, between making it work and nails. And was it like before damage occurred? Right now, the answer is a resounding no. But we'll give it a shot. How are we going to get these nails in without bending that top piece? We'll see. We'll give it a shot. The old college try. There's one. Put on here. There, keep it. That worked out pretty decently. Now, this has come all the way down here. Gonna put this back in now. should snap back in. Should, being out the word. No. Can't get on the lip. Lip's deformed. Yeah. All right. So the way a zipping tool is supposed to work is you pull down on this bottom lip to enable the lip to come down and bite on it. However, as I'm pulling down to get that lip in, take a look over here at this bottom lip. From here to there, right here is where I was pulling down. Look how bad it's just pulled the whole thing out of alignment. This whole bottom lip has been deformed. I'm going to keep on coming and doing this. Is it bit? No, it hasn't even bit. And yet I'm pulling. So coming close here and watch what happens when I have to pull. Can you see it now? All right. Yeah, watch what happens when I have to pull. All right. I have to pull this and look at that forming. All right. And so I'm pushing on this. So I'm coming down, but that whole thing is just getting bent. That's damaged now. Is it in? No, it's not. Is it deformed? Yes, it is. That's going to happen here and here. I'm going to just walk with me the entire way. All the way down here. Let's try down here where it's a little easier. Remember, this wasn't an issue on the bottom one because it's a different rack. It's not courses. That rack is a different way of biting. This we're biting into other shingles, other siding pieces. Maybe we can do it on this side. Maybe we got it that time. Maybe, thank goodness. Let's see. I think maybe we got a bite there. We'll keep going. Gotta get on the leading edge. No, it didn't stick. Didn't stick. I'm hearing it try to click. Every time you hear that snap sound, that's it trying to click in. Oh, geez, look at it bending there again. Jeez. So is it in? It's kind of in, not down here. There we go. Okay. So we kind of got it snapped in here, but it's deformed. So we have it kind of getting snapped in, but we're having to damage it to do so. Now, again, keep in mind, this is one, damaged it again. This is one single, nope. This is one single piece. We have dozens of pieces that require this. Dozens. Just look, it's just pulling the whole thing apart. Jeez, I don't know how much more the siding can take. It's bowed out. And look at this down here. Look at how much that's deformed. That's crazy. And this is what happens with metal siding. I don't know who said try to do repairs with metal siding, but they're out of their minds. Clearly have never tried to do anything to metal siding. All right, we're going to stop because it's just destroying it. Yeah, this is badly damaged. This whole thing is badly damaged. I mean, look at this. That's just terrible. And I mean, I'm trying to be gentle, but it's metal. It's metal, people. You need to have a certain level of aggression with this, or force. And they come down here, and you see Like from the angle I'm standing, cameraman, so come stand where I'm standing. Like right here. We're still recording? All right, good. So, see that gap? That gap right there means it's not actually properly bedding. That should be snug, like right here. It should look like, well, that's not a good example. That one's damaged too. Like right here. All right. Yeah, right here. See right there how it's nice and snug? There's no gap there. Right? Versus right over here, that's a big gap. Now that bit sort of, but not really. That tells us that it's just deformed end bit. It's damaged, and it's not an effective repair. Now you can actually, if you're standing at an angle, you can see there and there and there and there. It's all dented and damaged now. There's nothing else for this. We cannot repair this siding. I'm just going to call it. We have things like this where it's obviously bent out. We have things like the other spot. We had those flanges that were bent out. There's not support. I don't know what to tell you guys. If you have any questions, give me a call, give me a text, give me an email. Otherwise, this is not repairable. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. We got to do a replacement. I'll see you around the horn.